This Week in Mining with Renee Pasal.
Good evening. I'm Renee Pasal. This Week in Mining, the Range delegation takes a stand about the sulfate standard. Lawmakers signed public comments that are now in the hands of the MPCA. For the first time, the agency is enforcing the 10 parts per million sulfate standard, specifically for permits for Keetac. The standard is aimed at protecting wild rice, although many believe it needs to be updated. It was set back in the 1970s. In a first-of-its-kind exchange, a Minneapolis lawmaker gets to see an active mine. Representative Cal Warwas hosted Representative Anam Mahamud this week. They are the first freshman lawmakers to take part in the Minnesota Legislative Exchange. This is put on by the Citizens League. He's a Republican from Clinton Township, and she's a Democrat from South Minneapolis.
People have been really welcoming. It's been a really interesting place. We went and checked out the mines. That was mind-blowing. Nothing that I would have expected. Driving through the different downtowns as well and seeing the history here and learning about the history and how the town's formed has been a great experience.
Warwas was proud to show her Mintac, where he's worked for decades. He described it as a fantastic time, and he also got to know her brother as well.
Anam comes from healthcare, I come from mining, so I think that we bring a lot to the table together, that we can bring understanding and experiences that we can share with each other. And obviously she's a very friendly person, and I feel like she comes into this being friendly, and I think we're leaving this experience, I would call her a friend.
The plan is to make a visit to Mahamud's district sometime later this fall. Warwas said he's looking forward to learning more about city life. More from the IRRB meeting on Thursday. The board signed off on a $600,000 grant to help UMD's NRRI with a DRI research furnace at the Minerals Lab in Coleraine. And another important funding note, a $3.6 million loan to help Eveleth get a grocery store again. A night to celebrate for Mining Minnesota. They hosted their annual membership meeting and dinner last week at Giants Ridge. Almost 200 people attended, hearing updates from New Range Copper Nickel, Twin Metals Minnesota, Talon Metals, and North Star Manganese. High school senior Isabel Applewick performed her original oratory speech called Between a Rock and a Hard Place that earned her first place in Section 7A. And some great weather for the first ride across the range. Mining Minnesota partnered with the Range Engineering Council for this event. Friday, they wrapped up biking 130 miles along the Mesabi Trail. They are raising money to create a K-12 curriculum that connects students to the role mining plays in modern life. Their first goal is to bring in $15,000 to hire teachers and develop the program. And Slovenians helped settle mining country. In the 1800s, they arrived and started mining and farming, and that will be highlighted in the upcoming Slovenian History, Culture, and Cuisine Festival at the Depot. Here's some pieces by Slovenian artist Alban Zavrel, whose family immigrated to Ely. Alban was a lifelong artist and World War II veteran who went back to visit the home country. Along with the art and other exhibits, you'll be able to hear from leaders from Slovenia, and the Singing Slovenes will be providing a 2-hour concert. The group of about a dozen are highly sought after. The festival is free and is on Saturday, October 4th. That's all of our mining news for this last full week of September. Thank you for joining us. I'm Renee Pasal. We'll see you next week.
This Week in Mining with Renee Pasal.